Okay, so it did it again. So we did the interview with Shannon last month, and it just did it again with Rachelle. So I don't know what's going on with my phone. Forgive me, guys. What I was getting ready to say though is like how impactful what you were doing, and I can't imagine being in a place where I would have to choose to sell my children. I've got no words for it actually. So what you're doing over there is incredible. And like what hits me, so it hits the heart too, is like you went from this little girl who felt like she had no self-worth, and how the Lord, like that was never a part of his plan for you ever, but like how he used that for good, and like the reaching of so many lives that you're doing, that Bloom is doing. So it's so incredible, so amazing.
Thank you. It's definitely not me. And I think there's many aspects that a lot of times people think it's just me. And Sherry Konzakt, which she is in Asia, and she runs our full program in Southeast Asia. I was helping full-time over there, and then God called us back. But without her, this would be non-existent, and I'm so grateful. Our two trauma stories is what makes Bloom who it is today. And
and the lives that you're changing and the hearts that you're reaching is so beautiful. So in that, like how can we help you? How can somebody that's watching or listening help you, or even partner with you? What are some needs that you have, and any opportunities that you have that we can help with you?
Yeah, so definitely there are quite a few ways to get involved. There's some tangible, financial that you can do, and also through prayer. Prayer is huge.
Yes.
So one of the big ways right now is, in order to do what we do, we need people to come around us financially. And what that looks like is our Rice for Widows. It costs $25 only.
I love it.
To feed a widow, to feed a mom and her children each month.
That's amazing.
And amazing. One thing we need is we need more Bloom's Angels. We need people to come around us and be those angels.
Okay.
And we have a community, and it is literally called Bloom's Angels.
Love it.
And those are individuals who intentionally give each month. They set aside, whether it is 25 or 50 or 200. If you want to look at it and say like, hey, I'm giving $200 a month, I'm feeding 8 widows.
That's incredible.
We have some people that just give towards that program. We also have it where people give just directly towards our hygiene outreach in Asia. So it's, yes, you can do specific, or it can just be general, like, hey, I want to donate monthly. And just put it towards the vast, whatever the needs are. Because we're making impact here as well. So that applies. We do conferences here as well.
And I got to attend one of those, and it's amazing. Amazing.
And that was the first one we actually did not have to have a translator.
That was weird.
That was weird for me, because I'm always used to having to stop.
And let them speak.
And let them speak and translate. So as we have things going on in Asia, but we still have great needs that we need to have met in both places. So
you also have serve nights, right?
Yes.
So I got to do those.
Yep. So
awesome.
we have, one of the things that was on my heart a few months ago, I've had a lot of people say, I can give financially a little, but my heart is, how can I make an impact through being hands-on?
Yeah.
And our solution, and I say our solution because I found myself spending a lot of time doing it by myself, but not in community, which is, we created serve nights. So those are evenings where we come together in the community and we pack hygiene kits, menstrual kits, cold kits, or getting Christmas items together. We're going to do a prom outreach.
Love it.
So there's a lot of different things that we're going to do through this, but we just did our hygiene, and we prepped 215 hygiene bags. And now we are partnering with different ministries here locally that maybe they can't meet that need of the hygiene.
Right.
And we're meeting that need for their hygiene program and giving those hygiene kits to them.
That's amazing.
So currently we have partnered with 7 different nonprofits and ministries locally here in Kansas City through that. I feel like I just talked a whole bunch right there. Whoa! But yeah, so the Serve Nights is a big thing. Also, we have mission trips. We don't just have mission trips abroad. So we have 3 that are coming up in 2023. That is in Thailand. We have a hygiene, which is we directly go into refugee camps. We go into the schools and we work with the kids. And I will tell you, it is the best time ever.
I love it.
So bring your coffee and be ready to go nonstop because they have energy that you're like, how do you still have energy? It's been awesome, but oh my goodness, slow down. Yeah. We have a love conference that's coming up in August, and a lot of our women were like, hey, this is so cool, and the husbands too. They're like, you do stuff for our wives, but what about us? So
I love that so much. Now, that's a part of my heart too. You haven't shared that with me yet.
So we are bringing the husbands in.
Yes.
And we're doing 3 different conferences throughout different villages in Thailand, northern Thailand.
I love that.
And working with the couples.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that is something that our pastors in Thailand for the last 6 years are like, Sherry, Rachelle, when is this happening? And we kept saying, just pray about it, pray about it, pray about it. And now we have some couples here in America, and we'd love to have you, and we'd love to have you and your spouse, whether you've been married for 5 months or 20 years or 50 years. It is so important because we work with couples that maybe they've only been married for 5 months, so definitely you could relate to them. Or who knows, you might meet someone that's been married for 20 years, a hill tribe couple, and they may share wisdom with you.
Yes, right?
So, which is really cool. Around the Circle. And then in September, which is our women's conference, and it's a 2-week as well. And that's the heart of us. And we go deep with them. And it is hard, but it is the most rewarding.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
And we do our hygiene outreach too there. We go into small villages. The women know us. They're my sisters. They're
I love it.
My moms, and I had not planned on sharing this story, but I feel like for those that don't know exactly what the heart of it is or what it would look like, this is what it looks like. For 3 years, I focused on building those relationships so that they could trust me. I didn't want them to think that I was just coming in to get a feel-good picture, because sometimes that's really honestly what happens. And in 2019, I had been seeing like women wear these beautiful head wraps.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, wow, that is so beautiful. And actually one of our caretakers was like, we can make one for you because that's what women wear when they get married. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then I stopped her and I said, no, I really want to earn it. So then fast forward to 2019. And one of our women that has literally helped raise my daughter, care for my son, came up, took her bridal wrap that they get on their wedding day, took it off her head, and told me to turn around, and she put it on me. I'm gonna cry again.
Oh my gosh,
but
how precious.
She put her wedding veil on me. And you know, when you're in another culture with another group of people, you don't really know what it's like or what they're thinking, but in that moment,
it was the acceptance of you.
It was the acceptance. I wasn't just that white girl from America. I was her sister. I was a friend. I'm an aunt. I'm a mom. And, you know, I'm there as a sister in Christ, but I'm their family. And that was that moment of, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, even if the world tells me that I'm not.
Right. Yeah. How special. Like, what a special gift.
Yeah.
So with all of that, like the how can people find out how to get involved or how to give to Bloom Angels? Like how do we get that contact to them?
Yeah. So you would go to our website, and it's www.bloom and then intl.org.
Okay. And we'll put the link on this video too. Yeah.
And then also you can go to our Facebook. Our Facebook is pretty active. And I do want to mention something else because it's something that isn't really shared. Most of the time, people focus on just the monthly donors of our ordinary friends that want to do extraordinary things. Because without those, we couldn't be what we are.
Right.
But we do need help with corporate sponsorships. If you are a business owner and you're watching this, or maybe you're an employee of an extraordinary business that loves to do this stuff, we need your help as well. We have a corporate sponsorship package, which not only does it help us, but it actually helps you. It gets you more people viewing you we advertise you. So it's not just about getting, it's also you get something in return. And we have about 3,000 people that follow us through different social medias because we have a podcast in 31 countries.
Nice.
So, and we get to air
you to that too.
So I just wanted to add that in.
Great. Yeah, I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rachelle, for sharing your heart and your story of Bloom. Thank you for your obedience to step out with God's courage to the call that He has placed on your life and your whole family's life.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sherry, even though we briefly got to meet today on video chat, for all that you do as well. And thank you to your Bloom team, because you've got a beautiful team behind you as well. And they're precious. They've become my friends too. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for all that you do. And I'm just so glad to call you my friend and to be able to co-labor with you. So
I'm glad to call you a friend as well.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Please check out the links. Please, if you have any questions about Bloom, reach out to Rachelle, reach out to me. Freedom to Flourish has partnered pretty heavily with Bloom. We have similar missions. And anyway, so hope that you guys have a wonderful day and a blessed month of November.
Yeah, that's crazy. Almost the end of the year,
right? God bless you. We love you.